I remember as a young private undergoing training at Fort Polk, Louisiana, which is a garden spot that if you haven't had the chance to visit, you should go visit. And one of our details was to to secure the WAC barracks, the Women's Army Corps. Because in 1973, the women in the Army had their own corps, their own uniform, different from the male soldiers. We didn't call them soldiers, we called them WACs. It was a very different environment. Now you could question the judgment of taking a bunch of 18 to 20-year-old infantrymen and say, go guard the women's barracks. You know, I'm not sure that was exactly the smartest thing in the world to do. But it was an idea to me that in that time that women were confined to not only being differentiated by category, by uniform, largely constrained to administrative positions, limited places in the medical field, but not across the broader Army. Many of the senior women that I got to know through my time in the Army began their service as WACs. And it's fair to say that the Army, the Armed Forces, have come a long, long way since those days in my own experience in the early 1970s. But it's also time to say we can't rest on those laurels. It is good that things have come a long way. But as one example, so today in the United States Army there are 11 four-stars, no women. There are 49 three-stars, 4 of whom are women. 142 two-stars, 6 are women. 161 one-stars, and 10 are women. In the Army National Guard and the Army Reserve, each of those components have 1 woman who's a 2-star and 2 who are 1-stars. Now, if you compare that with a decade ago or more or longer, you might say, boy, that's pretty good. If you compare it with other things in our society, you say, maybe we haven't done all that we need to have done. Maybe it's not quite so great.